Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will discuss about the Miraj and its comparison to today's science. Before starting the topic, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Jazakallah, centuries ago, a remarkable journey occurred that transcended human understanding and defied the laws of physics. The Isra and Miraj. In the blink of an eye, the Prophet traveled from Mecca to Jerusalem, covering a distance of 1,500 kilometers, and then ascended through the seven heavens. Since this extraordinary event took place, it has been met with skepticism. Some have rejected it, arguing that it contradicts the laws of physics, while others have dismissed it as a mere legend. But what if this miraculous event hides deeper truths that can be explained through science and logic? Could it be that the Prophet experienced something akin to time travel during this journey? Is time travel theoretically possible in light of modern scientific theories? In this video, we will explore lesser-known aspects of the Miraj and delve into how contemporary science might offer new insights into understanding this divine event. If you're ready, let's begin. With your support, we can spread this knowledge far and wide. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel to help bring this message to those in need of enlightenment. The sacred journey of Miraj. Before we dive into the scientific and rational explanations of the Miraj, let's take a moment to recall the profound significance of this sacred event as we embark on our journey together. Before Miraj, our Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, tirelessly preached Islam, yet many people refused to believe in him. During this period, he endured immense physical and emotional hardships. He remained steadfast through insults, torture, and oppression, as well as the years of social boycott. Later in Taif, he faced yet another severe test when he was stoned by its people. Amidst these struggles, our Prophet lost his beloved wife, Hazrat Khadija, and his uncle, who had always supported him. The accumulation of these sorrows led to that year being known as the Year of Sorrow. His loneliness and grief deepened. It was precisely during this difficult time that Allah, to soothe his messenger's heart and relieve his sorrow, granted him the Miraj. One night, suddenly, Jibril, alayhi salam, appeared and awakened the Prophet. He invited him on a journey that would bring peace to his heart and comfort to his soul, because the dwellers of the heavens were eagerly awaiting him. And the great miracle began. Isra, the night journey. This extraordinary journey, which took place during the night, is conveyed to us in the Quran through Surah Al-Isra. While the Prophet Muhammad, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, was resting near the Kaaba, the Angel Jibril came to him and called out, "O Muhammad, your Lord invites you to his presence." Then the Prophet was mounted on a white steed called Buraq. This mount was not large in size, but it was known for its extraordinary speed, able to place its hooves on the farthest point visible to the eye. Like a flash of white light, Buraq carried the Prophet to Masjid al-Aqsa, hundreds of kilometers away, within seconds. Accompanied by Gabriel, alayhi salam, miracles of time within time and space within space unfolded, one after another. After reaching Masjid al-Aqsa, the Prophet began his ascent to the heavens, known as Miraj, the ascension through the seven heavens. During this ascension, the Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, passed through 7 levels of the skies, each carrying a unique significance. At each level, he encountered different prophets, experiencing divine moments filled with celestial messages. In the 7 layers of the heavens, he met 7 different prophets, including Isa, Jesus, Yusuf, Joseph, and Musa, Moses. Each meeting was a divine station, an unparalleled highlight of the Prophet's journey. The ascent continued until Sidrat al-Muntaha, the ultimate boundary that no created being can pass. At this point, the Angel Jibril, alayhi salam, stopped and stated that he could go no further, as attempting to do so would cause him to burn. During this extraordinary journey, our prophet witnessed paradise and its blessings. He described the gardens of paradise, rivers of milk and honey, and the rewards granted to the righteous. He also saw hell and its torments, vividly explaining the punishments faced by sinners and wrongdoers. Scientific insights into the Miraj miracle. Now let us begin to examine the details of this unique and divine journey in the light of scientific data and rational evidence. Hadiths mention that the creature on which our Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, traveled was named Buraq. The word Buraq means great energy or light. Buraq could instantly reach the farthest point visible to its eye. Modern science reveals that traveling at incredibly high speeds, or approaching the speed of light, requires an enormous amount of energy. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time ceases to move when one reaches the speed of light. However, this is not possible for physical beings like us. Nonetheless, when moving at extreme speeds, time slows down relative to the speed, which is a scientific fact. What is truly remarkable is that these scientific principles, discovered only in recent centuries, were highlighted in the Quran over 1,400 years ago. The Quranic verses emphasize that the concept of time for Allah and the angels is different from human time, showing that time is not a fixed, absolute entity. It can shift depending on the state of being and the space we occupy. Modern science supports this reality as well. It is now scientifically accepted that time is relative and can vary based on factors such as speed and gravity. In this context, the expressions in the Quran provide significant indications about the relativity of time from 1400 years ago. Time travel, a scientific and Quranic perspective. Time travel is not just a product of imagination. It's a concept rooted in scientific principles. Time is not simply a constant flow. It is a complex and mysterious phenomenon that can change based on the condition of the observer, making it difficult to fully grasp. What is truly remarkable is that while modern science has only uncovered these concepts over the past 150 years, the Quran shared these insights centuries ago. This further reinforces the Quran as a timeless miracle, ahead of its time. By analyzing the Miraj event through a scientific lens, we gain a deeper understanding of its profound significance, revealing that this miraculous journey holds far greater meaning than we might have initially realized. Scientific proof of time travel. The idea of time travel found scientific validation in an experiment carried out in the 1990s. In this experiment, two synchronized atomic clocks were used. One remained stationary on the ground, while the other was placed on an airplane traveling at high speeds. After the plane's journey, a minuscule difference of 1/1000th of a second was found between the two clocks. This experiment conclusively demonstrated that time slows down when an object moves at high speeds. Today, it's widely acknowledged by the scientific community that time passes more slowly for objects in motion at significant speeds. However, this difference is so small that it's not perceptible to the human eye. In the case of the Miraj miracle, the extraordinary speed of the Prophet's steed, Buraq, could have contributed to time slowing down, even if it didn't stop entirely. But the true essence of the Miraj goes far beyond just this. A far deeper and more profound event took place: heavenly pathways and higher dimensions. The Quran states in Surah Al-Araf, "By the heaven containing pathways." What are these pathways? What is their purpose of creation? As understood from this verse, the heavens have complex routes that can take us to different realms, dimensions, or unknown places. This suggests that it may be possible to travel to distant points in the universe in a short amount of time. The following statement by Hazrat Ali also points to this truth: "I know the paths of the heavens better than the paths of the earth." These words align with the verses of the Quran, drawing attention to a profound truth that transcends human comprehension. Modern science refers to such pathways as wormholes, theoretical shortcuts that allow travel between higher dimensions in the universe. The Quran hinted at these concepts 1,400 years ago, at a time when there were no telescopes or scientific knowledge of this kind. Today, science describes these pathways in higher dimensions as portals or gateways, enabling instantaneous travel between distant points in our three-dimensional world. If such gateways can be utilized scientifically, it would be possible to reach distant points in the universe in a very short time. The Miraj miracle can be thought of as a unique event where these divine pathways were used, demonstrating the harmony between science and faith. The opening of a gate in the heavens. During the Miraj, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Today, a gate in the heavens was opened that had never been opened before." This statement suggests that the heavens contain unknown pathways, leading to specific gates that may connect different realms, dimensions, or perhaps even different planets. In modern science, these gates are referred to as portals, theoretical structures that could allow one to transcend the boundaries of time and space and reach new realities. The Prophet's journey through time. During the Miraj, the Prophet not only witnessed the blessings of paradise, but also saw people being tormented in hellfire. This raises an important question. The day of judgment has not yet occurred, and no one has entered hell. So how could the Prophet see people burning in hell? At this point, Miraj may not have been merely a physical ascension, but also a journey through time. The Prophet might have moved through a dimension where time expanded, enabling him to witness events from the future. Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity revealed that time can be bent by mass and energy. Massive celestial bodies, particularly black holes, warp space-time, causing time to flow at different speeds. This warping of space-time could theoretically create a gateway to the past or the future. Scientists refer to these structures as Einstein-Rosen bridges, or wormholes. Wormholes and traveling through time. Wormholes not only provide shortcuts between two distant points in space, but also potentially allow travel to different points in time. The Miraj miracle presents an event where these divine pathways might have been used, allowing the Prophet to transcend space and time, witnessing events from both the present and the future. This once again highlights the deep connection between modern scientific discoveries and the timeless wisdom of the Quran. Theoretical possibility of time travel. Although today's science has not yet reached the level to achieve such travel, this does not mean it is theoretically impossible. Wormholes would require negative energy or exotic matter to remain stable. While these materials are theoretically possible, science has not advanced enough to harness them. However, the discovery of such gateways in the future and the possibility of time travel are not far-fetched. The Prophet's vision of hell during Miraj, when examined scientifically, suggests that he might have experienced a form of time travel. Modern physics and the theory of relativity indicate that the Miraj event does not contradict science, but could align with many modern theories. This makes Miraj a profound and scientifically harmonious miracle, showing the unity between faith and knowledge. String theory and the nature of time. According to string theory, our universe consists of 10 or more dimensions. However, these dimensions are so small that they are beyond human perception. If access to these dimensions could be achieved, it may become scientifically possible to go beyond time or reach alternative timelines. In theories that propose the non-linear nature of time, time is not seen as a straight sequence. Instead, the past, present, and future may exist simultaneously. However, human perception experiences time in a linear fashion. This idea could provide the foundation for creating an out-of-time portal. Time is considered the fourth dimension, and stepping out of this dimension to view it from an outside perspective is theoretically possible, even though it is beyond human experience. Hadiths mention that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sought permission to pass from one heaven to another. Interestingly, modern science proposes that black holes may assist in transitioning from one universe to another. Black holes as gateways to other universes. Black holes are among the most mysterious structures in the universe, and some theories suggest that they might be gateways to other universes. In 2015, the renowned physicist Stephen Hawking stated during a conference that black holes could provide a pathway to another universe. According to Hawking, it might be possible to exit black holes, creating a route to transcend the boundaries of our universe. His explanations were based on the information paradox and the relationship between quantum mechanics and general relativity. The Miraj miracle and modern science. In light of all this information, we can see that the Miraj miracle aligns closely with science. This divine event, which occurred 1,400 years ago, parallels some of the most advanced scientific theories of our time. As science progresses, explaining the story of Miraj becomes even easier. Time may age, but the Quran continues to reach its golden age as humanity advances. The Miraj miracle is a unique event that encompasses both a spiritual reality and a source of scientific inspiration. It once again reveals that the Quran is a timeless miracle, transcending the boundaries of time and knowledge. The purpose behind the Miraj. After examining this great event from a scientific perspective, let us also explore why it took place. You might wonder why such an extraordinary incident was deemed necessary. In fact, the logic behind it can be understood quite easily through a simple example. Imagine a great king who wishes to select one soldier from his army and provide him with special training. The king's goal is to elevate this soldier to a level where he becomes the greatest commander ever and leads the entire army. What would the king do to achieve this? Naturally, he would start by giving the soldier foundational training, step by step. The king would then show him the workings of every level in detail, guiding him through all the higher ranks, explaining the knowledge and operations of each. For the soldier to fulfill his role as the supreme commander and surpass all others, he must have complete knowledge of all aspects of the army. Only after personally witnessing and understanding every process would he be fit to assume the role of chief commander. Similarly, the mission of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this world is to be a teacher to all of humanity. His role is not an ordinary one. He was sent as the greatest teacher for all people until the day of judgment. All prophets before him foretold his arrival. For instance, Hazrat Isa, Jesus alayhi salam, told his disciples, "It is for your benefit that I go, for if I do not go, the Comforter will not come to you." He spoke of the arrival of the leader of the worlds. Thus, just like the commander in the example, the greatest teacher who would guide all people arrived on earth. Through the Miraj, Allah educated the Prophet about the deepest secrets of the universe and creation. Therefore, the Miraj was profoundly logical and filled with wisdom. The importance of first-hand knowledge. Consider this. If someone were to teach you about Mars, would you rather listen to someone who has set foot on Mars or to an ordinary person? Who would you find more convincing? Of course, the first. Similarly, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam witnessed nearly everything mentioned in the Quran firsthand: paradise, hell, the seven heavens, and the manifestations of Allah's names in different forms. He saw them all and conveyed them to us in detail. At its core, the knowledge brought by the Prophet teaches us that nothing in this universe was created in vain. From the smallest grain of sand to the vast galaxies, everything has a purpose. He taught us about the existence of angels that fill the universe and explained that creation is not a random coincidence. Moreover, he informed us that there is more to existence than just the material world. Beyond this world, there are realities such as the realm of examples, alam al-mithal, the realm of the barrier, barzakh, the hereafter paradise and hell. To teach humanity the most comprehensive knowledge about creation, Allah took the Prophet through the 7 heavens, allowing him to witness each layer firsthand. In each heaven, Allah taught the Prophet the unique manifestations of his names and attributes. When we look at this, we realize there has never been a greater mission given to any human being. Of course, the answer to the question, was such a long journey necessary, is a resounding yes. It was both necessary and filled with profound wisdom. Challenging the laws of physics. Now let us delve into the rational and logical aspects of the Miraj. At this point, some may object by saying, all right, it makes sense that the greatest teacher should receive the greatest lesson. But isn't this against the laws of physics? Isn't it impossible to comprehend logically? Let's consider this. Who is the one who created and governs the laws of this universe? Of course, it is Allah. Then why wouldn't Allah be able to alter these laws whenever He wills, for whomever He wills? If we were to claim that Allah cannot change these laws, wouldn't that imply a deficiency or weakness on His part? God forbid. All matter in the universe, every atom, and the system of laws that govern their functioning are entirely under Allah's control. The universe as a simulation. Think of a computer game. There are specific rules within the game, aren't there? But are these rules binding for the developer of the game? Of course not. The developer can modify or override these rules as they wish, because the control rests entirely with them. Similarly, Allah altered the natural laws of the universe to allow the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to embark on the Miraj, an event filled with divine wisdom, knowledge, and purpose. The Miraj, a divine reality beyond physical constraints. The Miraj was a miraculous event where Allah enabled the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to ascend through the layers of the heavens in an instant. The laws of physics, as we understand them, are not constraints on Allah. Rather, they exist because of His will. In fact, the concept of natural laws is itself merely a manifestation of Allah's choices. He is not bound by them. Rather, He governs them. This is not the first instance where Allah has altered the natural laws for His chosen prophets. For Hazrat Ibrahim, alayhi salam, He changed the nature of fire, making it harmless. For Hazrat Yunus, alayhi salam, He turned the belly of a whale into a livable space. If Allah could make fire cool and safe for Ibrahim, and the depths of the ocean a sanctuary for Yunus, why wouldn't He adjust the Prophet Muhammad's body to traverse the heavens? Currently, Allah sustains our lives through oxygen, water, and other elements. But if He willed, He could sustain us through entirely different means. The Prophet's miraculous journey was not bound by human limitations because Allah had changed the laws of nature for him. This is entirely rational and logical. How could so much happen in such a short time? The Miraj involved speaking with different prophets, traveling through the 7 heavens, witnessing paradise and hell. Wouldn't such a journey require a long time? How could so much happen in just one night? The Risale-i-Nur collection provides an excellent analogy to explain this. Imagine a massive clock with different hands, an hour hand, a minute hand, and a second hand, each moving at different speeds. Now imagine 10 people standing on different hands. A person standing on the hour hand will experience a slow movement. A person on the second hand will experience rapid movement. In just 10 minutes, the second-hand rider will have traveled thousands of times more than the hour-hand rider. Applying this logic, Allah altered the flow of time for the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He placed him in a different dimension of time, allowing him to experience so much in such a short period. We already witness the relativity of time in our daily lives. In a dream, What feels like hours might actually last seconds in real life. When we are happy, time flies. When we are sad, time drags. A math class might feel endless, while a gym class seems over in the blink of an eye. Since time is relative and variable, the Prophet witnessing numerous events during the Miraj in such a short time is entirely logical and reasonable. Could the Miraj have been just a dream? Some people question whether the Miraj was merely a dream. However, from the logical and rational perspective we've explored so far, we can see that the Miraj is entirely possible, both spiritually and physically. If it were just a dream, why would the Quran describe it in such detail? The event be recorded so magnificently in history. The Quraysh challenged the Prophet about details of Masjid al-Aqsa. The Prophet's journey was not limited to the realm of dreams. It was a physical and spiritual reality, made possible by Allah's infinite power. Allah has given light a speed of 300,000 kilometers per second, and our planet an orbital speed of 107,000 kilometers per hour. Clearly, Allah can make objects move at extraordinary speeds. So why wouldn't He enable His most beloved servant to travel such a vast distance in such a short time? The Miraj is not only a spiritual event, but also a testament to the boundless might and wisdom of Allah, perfectly aligning with logic, reason, and faith. The Miraj, a journey of both body and soul. When we examine Quranic verses and authentic hadiths, it becomes clear that the Miraj was not just a dream, but a physical and spiritual journey. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ascended through the heavens with both his body and soul. Evidence from the Quran 1. The word abd, servant, in Surah Al-Isra. The opening verse of Surah Al-Isra states, "Exalted is he who took his servant, abd, by night from al-Masjid al-Haram to al-Masjid al-Aqsa." Quran 17:1. The word abd, servant, refers to a complete being, both body and soul. If the Prophet had only ascended in a dream or vision, the Quran would not have used a word that refers to the entire being. The second, the physical act of walking. The verse states that Allah took him on a journey by night. Walking and traveling are physical actions, requiring movement of the body. This proves that the Miraj was not a metaphorical or dreamlike experience. It was a real event. Third Surah An-Najm confirms a physical journey. The first 18 verses of Surah An-Najm describe the Miraj in detail. The Prophet saw Jibril, alayhi salam, near Sidrat al-Muntaha, a massive tree in the seventh heaven. The verse states, "The sight of the Prophet did not swerve, nor did it exceed its limit." Quran 53:17. The mention of sight refers to his physical eyes, proving that this was not just a dream, but a real bodily experience. Why did the polytheists ridicule the Prophet if it was just a dream? If the Miraj had been only a dream, the Quraysh, polytheists of Mecca, would not have mocked the Prophet for it. Instead, they ridiculed him because he claimed to have physically traveled beyond human limits. This proves that the Prophet himself presented the Miraj as a real, physical journey, and not as a vision or dream. The role of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, radiyallahu anhu. When the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, informed his companions about the Miraj, many people doubted him. However, Abu Bakr, radiyallahu anhu, immediately believed and said, "If he, the Prophet, has said this, then it must be true." Because of this unwavering faith, he earned the title as-Siddiq, the truthful. If the Miraj were just a dream, this title would have had no significance. But because it was a real event, his belief in it became a testimony of truth. Authentic hadiths confirm the Miraj was real. The Miraj was narrated by approximately 20 different companions of the Prophet. Imam Bukhari collected 26 narrations from 6 companions, while Imam Muslim recorded 16 narrations from 7 companions. These authentic reports affirm that the Miraj was not a dream, but a divine reality, experienced with both the body and soul. Conclusion: the Miraj was a unique, divine journey, where the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was honored by Allah Himself. The Quran explicitly states that the Prophet was taken as a complete servant, body and soul. Physical terms like walking and sight are used in the Quran to describe the journey. The reaction of the Quraysh proves that this was not a mere dream, but an actual physical experience. The unwavering belief of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, radiyallahu anhu, further confirms its reality. The hadith collections include numerous narrations from various sources, all affirming that the Miraj was a genuine historical event. It is evident that our beloved Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ascended to the heavens with both his body and soul, experiencing the divine realms directly. Allah blessed him with a vision and beauty that no one else had ever seen, underscoring his unparalleled significance to both the inhabitants of the earth and the heavens. As believers, we must follow in the footsteps of this noble servant, embracing his sunnah and cherishing the gift of Salah, which was granted to us through the Miraj. Each of the 5 daily prayers brings us closer to Allah, and in our prostration, we experience our own personal Miraj. If you have not yet established the habit of performing these daily prayers, let today mark the beginning of your journey. Make today your Miraj. The team behind this channel holds firm to the words of Badiuzzaman, who stated, "Be hopeful, for in the future, the most powerful voice in the world will be the voice of Islam." As this video comes to a close, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and like the video so that the message of Islam may reach every corner of the world still in darkness. Your comments are valued deeply, and we are truly thankful for each one. May Allah be pleased with you all. Please share a dua, prayer, in the comments so we can read them and say Ameen, helping our video reach even more people. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. May Allah protect and guide you. Jazakallah.